There we go. Awesome. Okay, cool. You've been good this last year? You've been working mostly on the album?
No, actually, the album was done like a year ago. So this entire time I've just been like writing by myself and like, you know, making TikToks and reels and promoting
Fine.
this.
I've seen some of that. Yep.
Um, so that's kind of like where my energy has been, but and waiting, for the stuff to come out. A
Yeah.
lot of waiting, but I'm so happy it's finally out. I feel like it was so worth like the time and waiting for it and stuff.
Yeah. Because I remember that when we talked last, that everyone was saying this is going to be part of the bigger album, and just wait and all that. And it's so great to finally hear the full vision. How exciting has it been for you to finally release that since you have been sitting on this for a while?
Yeah, it's just been amazing because I feel like the songs sound better like in a group of, in a big work, in a project, like, how do I say it? Just like in an album, you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Because every song kind of does its own thing, and I really love that. And now you can actually get like the whole experience that, while I was writing these songs, like this is what I had in mind. So it's been awesome seeing how it's been received because I feel like a lot of people get it. And you never know how people is gonna be received and if people are gonna like it. So it's been great. I'm so happy.
Yeah, and it is so fully realized, and it's such a wonderful vision, and it's such a blending of so many beautiful things, but it's very just unique in and of itself. It doesn't sound really like anything else. You can say what it pulls from or whatever, but it becomes its own unique things. Was that your intention with each song? Did it turn out that way? What was that vision behind all that?
Yeah, I think when writing songs, like I just kept like being like, what do I love? Like, what is my intention behind doing music in the first place? Like, why do let me bring this a little closer. Um, why am I doing this? And like, I kept just like asking questions to myself, doing all of it. And I really just, it was very intentional. Like, I didn't want to sound like anything else, but like, I hate saying that because I want to say, like, oh, it just happened. But like, no, definitely there was a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, um, one thing that so Uzi told me, and I felt like, so one of the producers in the
Hmm.
album told me that, I try to keep in mind. He was like, what is this song about? And everything you add to the production has to complement the the feeling.
Hmm.
So even if you wanted to do something that did not have anything to do with it, then probably not do it. So it's like it was very selective of like what instruments do we want to have. Like it was very thought out in that way, like because we didn't want to just like have it be like every song be like super stacked in like a bunch of maybe things that were like not even
Hmm.
how do you say necessary,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
If it doesn't need it, don't let it kind of
Yeah.
mentality. So
So
it
there's
was,
an economy to it when necessary and
yeah,
yet some of the songs are so lush and beautiful, and they were necessary to create this overall feel and
yeah.
mood. And they're just gorgeous, gorgeous musically. Just to hear that with your voice intertwined, they're just beautiful
You'll be
songs.
surprised because actually most of the tracks are pretty. There's not that many tracks in it, but the instrument that we would pick. So for example, in Wild, it sounds like really big, but really it's just you know, like two pianos,
Hmm.
and then drums,
Yeah.
and then this beat that we had through the entire song. So yeah, I don't know. It was just the best project to make, and I'm just really proud of it. And
As you should be. You also, none of that needs to overshadow your voice because you have such a beautiful voice. And
thank
how,
you.
how much fun was it? How much work was it to kind of create the vocals you wanted to create on this album, and to kind of experiment with when you go big and when you play it soft?
Um, Actually, like I feel like my vocals are like a really tricky thing for me because I don't know, like my the reason why I'm making music is not for me to be in the front, which is like totally, I totally get it because sometimes like you would just want the lyrics to be the main thing, but I feel like the sound is like the most important thing for me. So during the entire project, it was like one of the things that it was a constant fight, not fight, but you know what I mean? It
Hmm.
was, yeah, like your vocals are too in the back. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's about the feeling. And then, you know what I mean? So it was
Hmm.
always like they were trying to put my vocals more in the front and I just kept pulling them back. Um, but with that being said, like I just feel like some parts are like more necessary than others to like have like to be in the front and stuff, but also like I'm so difficult to like record with, I feel like. Um, so my friend Sean, he's like literally the best vocal producer I've met
Hmm.
so far, like literally the best. And I was like, you're the one who's gonna do all my vocals. So he got it. He like understood me very well and I would just take like days apart so for me just to do the vocals because I think I'm very probably difficult when it comes to recording vocals.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, definitely definitely was tough because I'm really tough on myself on like how I want the vocals. Because in
yeah.
my head, like I know exactly what I want and I won't stop until I have it. And some people, like okay girl like this sounds amazing like do you, that let's just leave it at some no it needs to be like this and then
Just like that.
it makes sense I think
Yeah. And
yeah
talk about Sylvia as the lead off track on this, and it's so great that song's still front and center because it's such a special song, both
yeah
musically and lyrically. I know it means a lot to you personally, and
yeah
it's just probably the greatest chorus of the year. I get to say that again now that it's been re-released, as on this album. But just talk about how special that song is for you, and for people that don't know what's behind that one.
it's kind of interesting because even going back to the vocals thing that was the hardest one to record
Mm,
because I felt like it was so difficult for me to like get in that mood of how to sing that song. So Diana Gordon actually helped me a lot in like the vocal delivery of all of it. She was
hmm.
he was like, okay, jump. And I was like jumping. And then I was like, no, sing it. And I was like singing. And I was like, okay, good. We got this part. And then it was kind of like a collage to like be able to get the vocals right. Um, and that's the one thing I'm like, oh, I wish that on the verses I had them a little bit up and talking about the vocals. And it's something that like kills me.
Mm,
But apart from that, yeah, it's just like I've never made a song like that. I feel like obviously you can hear Michael so clearly in that record. Like, um, he was like, I want drums. And we were like, what? It's like, yeah, really fast drums. And I was like, okay. And then Alex, who's the other producer,
hmm.
like you also hear him so much through that song. So I feel like all our how do I say
Hmm.
essences
Sure.
are in that song.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just also very special to me because it's about my great grandmother, which I actually have her records right in front next to me. She was a Panamanian folklore singer and like a very long time ago, and she was a very, very strong woman and kind of she was a badass period. And yeah, I wrote it in a time where I like really needed I felt like I needed help, but like help in a like mental strength. And then I saw her kind of like trajectory as a musician, and I was like, girl, like I don't know how she did it, but like I was in so much like wow, um that she was
Yeah.
able to work in music at that time and come up with these crazy songs and she would songwrite them and I don't know if she actually played instruments but I know that she was very involved with like the records and her entire life was devoted to music.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah. So yeah, it is a very special song for me because yeah, I also grew up hearing so many stories about Sylvia. So for me, she's like this legend, right? This like crazy, like
Sure.
folkloric story. Like it's almost like if I'm listening about like fairies and gnomes, but like really it's just like my great grandmother, which is amazing.
That's kind of cool though, right? And that's and then she's also obviously in your blood, and you've kind of taken on that
Yeah.
mantle. I know your parents are musical as well, right? So that's in the family, and it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the journey from that song towards the end of the album, you ended on more of a pop fun note. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So what's that like, that journey for the listener till they when they get to the end?
Um, I feel like I needed to end with like a high in a way. Um, but I do think like How's That Working Out is definitely like a strange track. Especially to end with. I feel like Already Yours maybe would have made more sense. But I am like the type of person that like clicks like at one in the middle, one the first one and the last one. And I want to see that. And in the
Hmm.
middle one, I literally put Already Yours in the middle, and I did that because that was the three songs that I was like, okay, if anyone wants to actually know, like to have like a how do you say that? Entering point? No, like
Uh-huh.
kind of wants to know me a little, like right from the bat, I would say those three songs are like very strong ones to like
Hmm.
work with. Um, and I wish I was like, this song means this and this to me. But also, actually, that was the last song that was written. How's that working out? It was, oh God, it took like literally a year to
Wow.
write. That's why the record was taking so long to get also come out, is because I took so long to write that song and I could not. I think there's like seven different versions of it, two in Spanish, like four with like, I don't know, I took it everywhere. I was like, how do I get this right?
Hmm.
And I couldn't get it right. I think the first version was about like me not wanting to leave the house, and that was the song. The song was about me not wanting to leave the house. Um, and then it ended up being about this other thing because I was like, what does this sound remind you of? I'm like, it's kind of petty. And then I was like, okay, let's go from there. Like, what is the pettiest thing you could do right now? And then we went from there.
Got it. And all the three songs you just mentioned all have great videos, if I'm right, right? These are
Yes. And
so
they're all made by one of my best friends, Courtney Poe, and she's
uh
literally the best. We made these videos literally on each video on $1,000 budget. So they were like, we literally made this from our hearts. Like and I think that's why I mean, me being like, whatever, I feel like everyone who worked on this record, like from videos, from management, from um musicians, like we all just like cared so much about it. And I don't know why they cared so much about it, but I just was so grateful for it.
hmm.
You know, I became really close friends with everyone who worked on this um record. And yeah, Courtney did all the stuff and
No, and
she's
then they're all so gorgeous and fun to watch and really cool.
thank you. That's all
Yeah.
we're trying to go for. It was like, okay, so how can we actually like portray my personality a little bit, like kind of show it a little bit more?
Yeah.
Um,
No, very, very well done. And then talk about genres and how your music fits in, and if that's something you even think about or care about in terms of Latin music versus pop music versus avoiding those boxes altogether and avoiding those genres altogether. Is that a constant conversation? Is it something you don't even think about at
um,
all?
Actually, a lot of people have been like, yeah, because you do like bossa nova. I'm like, I haven't done a lot of it lately. I feel like my first album, or record or EP,
Hmm.
that's kind of, it was more behind it. But I think for this one, yes, there was, of course, like a lot of elements, like when writing the songs, like in the base of the stuff. But I think, honestly, I feel like it's like alternative pop. That's how
Hmm.
I see it. I see it more, yeah, alternative pop, I would say. Like, sorry, there was like something, I think it was my teddy bear. I was like hugging it a second ago. Um, and yeah, I see it as like alternative pop. Some people just see it as pop, and for some reason I get triggered. I'm like, no, it isn't. But because I think it's more like left pop.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's popped down right down the middle. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's such a conversation, but I feel like music is so hard to like put under like
Yeah,
little box. But I do think like I understand why it's like important for like DSPs and other things to like know exactly where it fits in.
sure.
Um,
But the beauty of it for me, and I'm sure a lot of people that love what you do, is that it's truly its own thing, and you've taken all that and turned it into something completely
yeah.
unique it's so fresh and exciting to listen to because
Thank
it
you.
isn't really categorizable.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And how are all these cool songs going to translate live? Are there shows planned? Are you looking forward to presenting these on stage?
I hope so. We haven't really been talking about it yet, but I'm sure, I mean, fingers crossed, like next year I'll go on tour and
Hmm.
stuff. I really want to. Um, and I don't know how they would translate. I'm like, we don't know, but I definitely want to do something different. Like I want it to sound a little bit different live
Hmm.
and like, I don't know. I don't know. Just like I just
And
want to
you've
do
been living with
something.
these songs for a year too, because I'm sure you've already in your head taken them
Yeah,
into some new directions.
I think playing live is like such a unique experience because like you are trying to entertain people, right? So it's like I'm not gonna be like dance monkey dance, but also it's kind of more like you want them to also have fun. So I do want to see like how we can make some songs more upbeat, and just like play around with the arrangement of the songs.
Hmm.
I'm excited for that. And I'm looking forward for figuring those things out.
But you've also been creative and doing other things over these past months. So
Mhm.
talk about other than the TikToks and things to promote this record and stuff like that, the other creative stuff that you're already working on, new songs, and where your mind and heart have been at this point,
Kind of,
creatively.
yeah. I just put so much thought into because this year we just been doing all the creative for
Sure.
this, and I was gone for the first 6 months because I had like a visa situation, so I was back in Panama, so I couldn't do
Mm.
anything. And then I came back, and then I was able to start working on the visuals, and that has been primarily the focus. But apart from that, I think it's like also like living with my decisions that I've made with this record and not knowing how they were gonna turn out, Thank God, like I feel like it's doing well, but like I took a lot of risks doing this album and um that was just where my head was at, just like trying to survive in
But there's
LA.
such a confidence to it. Even having a self-titled album, I think
That's
it's.
exact. So that's why I named it my name. I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? Like, there's two things that can happen. Be sent back to Panama after this thing, or it will do fine, and I'll be able to say. So I was actually like selling a lot of clothes online and like working a little job. I don't know if I can say that. I'm gonna
Sorry.
get deported back. Well, it was mainly like Depop and selling my own clothes and um, listening to more music and connecting again with being a consumer of art,
Hmm.
been reading a lot and lately I've actually started writing so much. So it's been nice to have a pause on writing. But I definitely see myself like trying to like create again. So there's a few songs that I'm already like really excited about. Hopefully like, they like it too, like my team and stuff, so we can actually put them out and stuff. Um, but yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
Very cool. Well, congrats on this. I was really looking forward to the full record, and it didn't disappoint at all. It's such a fabulous work, and
Thank you.
you know, really happy for you, and good luck with this and with everything, and hopefully I'll see you on the road or at a show or something in the coming
Yeah. Are you
months.
in LA, by the way?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Echo Park, right?
Huh?
You're in Echo Park.
No, no. I'm in Echo Park a lot, but no, I'm over on the west side.
Ugh, I don't know why I remember you saying, like, I feel like last time we were talking, you were like, yeah, I'm in Echo Park.
No, maybe I did something right there. I go to a lot of shows in that area, of course, and I'm
No,
always in
no,
Silver
then,
Lake or Echo
then
Park, but no, I'm
I'm,
I'm over. I'm like Pico Motor area, West LA.
oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know why I genuinely thought you were in Echo Park.
Yeah, no. You're East Side cool somewhere that way?
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
Echo Park. I
yeah,
was like, we're in the same
yeah. No, I'm right outside the door. No, I'm
place.
out west, but I end up around there a lot for music, of course.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So that's where it
Well,
happens.
very cool. Good, great talking to you again. Congrats on this album.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Thank
Bye.
Bye
you so
bye.
much, Adam.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Yeah, and I'm in Echo Park.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, everybody have a great Friday. Thank you.
You
Nice. Both
too.
of you. Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.